10 Tips for Age of Mythology, Part 5. Pharaoh Empowerment. The Pharaoh is easily one of my favourite units in Age of Mythology. This one's called Larry. Larry has strong attack, especially against myth units. But did you know that Larry also boosts the attack of buildings while empowering? When empowering a Migdal stronghold, a tower or town centre, it shoots twice the amount of arrows, essentially doubling the damage. A great counter to an attack around your Migdal or town centre, and Larry can always be taken off for a few seconds to take down a myth unit or two. Formations. Formations are definitely underutilised in Age of Mythology if you compare it to other Age titles, but you can still see some value in using them. Spread formation can be used for low line of sight units like the raiding cavalry to help try and find villages while raiding. As they spread out you can see much further, or you can use it to fan out against AoE damage like the Nidhogg or Fire Giant special, so your opponent doesn't get max value with these units. Whereas box formation is useful for protecting weak units like Cairo Ballista. You can use your other units to body block the opponent's melee units from hitting them. It's also useful as a raiding tool. Use the box formation on your raiders to surround each villager and body block them in. Hydra and Scylla. Hydras are a unique myth unit that gains attack based on how many units its last hit. Every kill grants the Hydra a 3.3 attack bonus, and every 3 kills will give the unit another head, up to a maximum of 5 heads. Even if your Hydra gets a kill but doesn't gain a head, it's still getting extra attack. Here's a table to pause on to see the damage increase. On water maps, you usually want to worship Dionysus, so you get access to the water myth unit, Scylla. The Scylla has the same mechanic and damage upgrade as the Hydra. It's basically just a water Hydra. Due to the fish on these maps, usually there's a lot of ungathered hunt around the map, which is perfect for the Hydra to walk off and get some free heads by killing the hunt on the map. After all these kills, you'll be able to one-shot villagers no problem. Egyptian fishing ships. All other civs in the game have basic fishing ships that can only gather food from the fish, but the Egyptians bring something extra. Theirs can also build docks and obelisks. While this might not seem like a big deal, you can use it to spam up extra docks and save the villager walking time and potential raids from your opponent, and even get some extra line of sight from your opponents putting docks up. The ships do build docks considerably slower than villagers though, so it's best used for faraway docks, rather than using the shore that's close to your villages. Long-range units. Long-range siege or archers can be great to attack your enemy buildings from far away, and sometimes take them by surprise. However, if you select all your catapults and right-click on the building you wish to take down, and you're too far away, the units will take a long time before they start attacking, as they'll stop at the max range, and the next catapult will slowly line up to get in range as well. This loses DPS and allows more time for your opponent to react. A way to stop this is to task them all forward slightly so they're all in range, then attack the building. You'll get more damage done and take down the building much quicker. Also, it looks a lot less awkward. Set priest line of sight. When playing set, you want to utilise your priests by converting animals around the map to allow you to scout and have extra hunt, or an army. But if you start converting the animal as soon as you see them, there's a chance that your priest will stop midway through converting if they decide to move back into the unscouted area. A way to stop this happening is to first circle the animal with the priest so you get more line of sight of the area. The animal can be in the fog of war, just not in the complete darkness. Another way is to send your hyena over if it's heading the same way, or just use vision like the AI does. Deleting buildings. If you need to delete a completed building, then you don't get any resources back, but building foundations are different. If you delete a building that's 1% through being built, you'll receive 99% of the resources back for that building. This is why using ghost buildings is a great way to trap enemy raiders, in the same way that if a building is almost completed and gets deleted or taken out by the enemy, you won't get many resources back at all. However, with town centres, an unfinished town centre can be deleted at any point and always gives you a full refund on resources. Tatarian Gate and Underworld. Normally, the buildings in Age of Mythology have a very high pierce armour, so most of the time archers will be doing very little damage compared to hacked damage units. The Tatarian Gate and Underworld, however, have relatively low pierce armour, meaning that a group of archers, especially with the Burning Pitch upgrade, will take these down very fast, without having to get in close melee range, like other units would need to. Tower range. towers have a minimum range in Age of Mythology, meaning they can't attack units below them without getting the upgrade Boiling Oil. As this upgrade is rarely bought due to the lack of damage it does, when raiding your opponent with archers, it's a good idea to sit them underneath the towers, as the towers won't be able to damage you. Even better if you can get a raid off with archers while a couple of melee units take out the tower, then you can make your escape. Winning the water. After you've won the water and taken out the majority of your opponent's archer ships, you might not yet have the firepower to take out their dock, as your archer ships don't deal massive damage to docks, and if there's a fishing ship sat in the enemy dock, it can shoot back against your ships. One thing you can do in this situation is change your ships to stand ground stance and sit them just outside the range of the dock. This means your opponent can't sneak the fish in front of you, and you won't lose all your boats to the dock. Just be ready in case they build more ships and charge back out on the water, but you'll still be ahead from all the fish you've denied them.